Beneteau is in trouble, and the disaster nobody saw coming is already underway. The company is shutting a Michigan plant selling 3 American boat brands and putting hundreds of jobs at risk. On June the 15th, 2026, Groupe Beneteau, the largest boat builder in the world, announces it is stopping production in Cadillac, Michigan, and selling 4 Winns, Glastron and Scarab Jet. 50 years of bowriders and stern-drive runabouts closed in a press release of 4 paragraphs. And here is the part nobody expected. Nobody bought Beneteau. No fund broke it up. No rival took the market. Beneteau is doing this to itself, deliberately, and the decision that made it unavoidable was signed 12 years ago in June, and every trade magazine in America called it the smartest move in boating. The decision is a number. To get to that number, go back to 1975, to a failing plant on the shore of Lake Cadillac with a company called Saf to Mate inside it. 4 men buy it, a father and 3 sons, all named Winn. Bill Sr. is running North American sales for Triumph and BSA motorcycles. John has been a factory rep for StarCraft. Charlie works in finance down in Lansing. Bill Jr. sells boats alongside his brother. They build hydroplanes in the basement over the winter and race them in the summer. Their first catalog is 6 outboard runabouts, 14 to 19 feet, and 3 stern drives. In 1978, the factory burns to the ground. They rebuild it. By 1986, they are the 3rd largest boat builder in the United States, pushing more than 10,000 hulls a year out of a mill town of 10,000 people. If you bought one of those in the 80s, you remember the whole ritual. The trailer backing down the ramp before the coffee went cold, the smell of fresh resin in a dry bilge, a stern drive you could actually reach with a socket set. That is the plant going quiet next week. The other half of this story starts a century earlier on the French Atlantic coast, 1884, Saint-Gilles-Croix-du-Vie in the Vendée. A boatwright named Benjamin Beneteau builds sardine boats, and he builds them for speed, because the first crew back to the quay gets the best price for the catch. In 1910, he puts an engine in one. The sailing fleet calls it cheating. 3 generations later, his granddaughter, Annette Roux, takes over the yard and does the thing the rest of Europe is not ready for. She industrializes polyester. 1 mold, hundreds of hulls, a boat a school teacher can finance. By the group's own count, 118,000 boats, sold into 80 countries. And in June 2014, Beneteau writes the check that ends in Michigan. It buys Wreck Boat Holdings from Platinum Equity, 4 Winns, Glastron, Wellcraft, and Scarab. 475 employees, around $150 million of revenue, more than 200 North American dealers. Beneteau explains the logic at the time in a single line. This segment accounts for nearly 40% of the whole American motorboat market. They were right. That is what makes this so expensive. They did not buy a brand, they bought volume. Volume is the best thing you can own in a good year and the most costly thing you can own in a bad one. For the next 9 years, it works. 2023 is the finest year in the history of the company. Consolidated revenue of €1,784,000,000. The boat division alone at $1,465,000,000. Net income of $182 million, a double-digit margin, a raised dividend. Those numbers come from the group's own full-year results. 8,000 people on the payroll, 16 plants. Nothing on that dashboard is telling anyone to stop. Every hull in this story was somebody's summer. If you have ever owned a boat that owed you nothing, one you paid off, fixed yourself in the driveway, and trusted with your family aboard, subscribe and put her make and year in the comments with where you are watching from. A good number of these videos started life as somebody's comment, because underneath that record year sits a second set of numbers, and they belong to the dealers. In a boom, a builder does not sell boats to families, it sells boats to dealers, and the dealer borrows to hold them on the lot. Floor plan. When retail cools, the dealer stops ordering long before the customer stops buying, because last year's stock is already sitting in his yard in the rain. Beneteau saw it coming. In that same record announcement, the group tells the market to expect an inventory correction of 100 to 150 million euros. The correction does not stop there. 2024, boat revenue falls to €1,034,000,000, First quarter of 2025, down 43% against the year before. 40 million of that is dealers destocking on top of a production stoppage while a new company-wide computer system goes in. Full year 2025, 848.6 million euros. Income from operations, minus 21.6 million. Net result, a loss of 43 million. 2 years, from 182 million of profit to a 43 million loss. Same boats, same plants, same hands building them. Every one of those figures is published in Groupe Beneteau's annual results. In Cadillac, the number is harder still. In 2022, Four Winns, Glastron and Scarab Jet build 2,313 boats. In 2025, they build 474. That count was reported by Boat Blurb when the closure was announced. That is the number. Nothing failed in the water. There was simply nothing left for the building to do. A plant tooled and staffed for 2,000 hulls a year cannot be run on 400. Not for a year, not for a quarter. What the group does next tells you how serious it is inside the building. It sells the other half of the company. On the 30th of November 2024, Beneteau closes the sale of its housing business to Trigano. 3 brands, around 900 people across France and Italy, 320 million euros of annual revenue. The steady, unglamorous, profitable division that carried the group through every bad boating winter since the 90s. The boat business is now on its own. In the Vendée, the group extends short time working across its French sites. 6,400 people remain, down from 8,000 at the peak, with 1 job in 10 held together by furlough, and the order book is not the problem. At the end of February 2026, the order book is up 10%, which is the 3rd time this story has said the same thing. Demand was never the thing that broke, then the fuel. On March 2, 2026, the Strait of Hormuz closes to a large share of world shipping. Brent crude runs from around $72 a barrel to a peak near $118, a rise of 64% with physical cargoes trading higher again. Now picture what a bowrider actually is. 22 feet, a big stern drive, 300 horsepower turning a propeller for an afternoon on the lake. It is the thirstiest thing a family owns and the easiest to skip. Sailboats hold, trawlers hold, anything that sips holds. Dayboats do not hold. Orders fall by nearly 30% year on year. 90 days later, the press release lands. The 3 brands lost about 30 million euros between 2024 and 2025, and together they were under 5% of revenue. Bruno Tivoihayan, chairman of the executive board, calls it a market environment durably affected by a geopolitical context beyond the group's control. Yannick Maggio, who runs the dayboating unit, says it plainer. While this difficult decision is rational, we are aware of what it represents for each member of the Cadillac site team, 925 Frisbie Street. 232 jobs. The separations run from August 24th to September 6th. That is not history. That is this week. Beneteau itself is not finished, and that is the uncomfortable part of this. First quarter of 2026, revenue up 30% at 169.5 million euros. First half, 452 million, up 12. Order book up 10. 248 million euros of net cash on the balance sheet. 24 new models coming, 7 brands kept. Beneteau, Jono, Prestige, Excess, Lagoon, Wellcraft, and Delphia. The group is not dying. It is amputating, and the limb it chose is the American one. Wellcraft survives because it sells offshore center consoles to men who fish. Four Winns, Glastron, and Scarab Jet go because they sell horsepower for fun on a lake. And in the summer of 2026, that is the hardest boat in the world to move off a lot. If you own one, here is the practical part. The group states that service and spare parts continue until the divestiture completes, and that it is seeking a buyer for the brands and the facility. Hull and gel coat are not your risk. Trim, canvas, upholstery panels, dash electronics, and factory glass are, because those only ever came from one address. Price that in before a refit, not after. Insurance is the other quiet one. An orphaned brand behind a 20-year-old hull gets a harder look from an underwriter. My own money says the molds get bought. Somebody always buys the molds. Here is the part that stays with me. 4 men bought a failing boat plant in a Michigan mill town in 1975 and made it the 3rd biggest builder in America. A French family firm bought that same plant in 2014 for exactly the right industrial reason, at the exact top of a cycle, and 11 years later ran out of the one thing the purchase needed, a market that keeps buying at volume. Nobody in this story made a stupid decision. That is the hard lesson in it. Reasonable men, correct arithmetic, and a 50-year-old factory going dark on Frisbie Street on a Monday morning in August. Catalina is that same story with an American passport. The builder that put more families on the water than almost anyone, coming apart in the same market. Catalina's collapse is destroying American sailors is on the screen right now. Click it, and I will see you in there.